Welcome to the Sunday Update. I'm Nath Gardner. Childhood immunisation rates have again reached record levels in Australia with over 95% coverage for 5-year-olds in December. Federal Health Minister Greg Hunt says parents are coming out in force to protect their children's lives.
But also protect other people's children, and it's a very, very, very positive sign for the COVID vaccine program to come.
It's been revealed 3 people linked with the Australian Open are infected with a highly contagious UK strain of coronavirus. A total of 10 people who have arrived on Australian Open charter flights have now tested positive. Emirates Airline will resume flights to Australia's east coast from Monday after withdrawing services last week over concerns with quarantine arrangements. But Australians stranded overseas will be waiting until at least mid-February for arrival caps to be lifted as tougher entry restrictions come into force. Demonstrators have filled the streets of Russia protesting the arrest of Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny. Months after being poisoned with a nerve agent, he was arrested as soon as he returned to the country. More than 1,000 supporters have been arrested. And almost 1 in every 20 children born in Australia is now conceived via IVF. To sport, the Perth Scorchers are on top of the BBL ladder after an 11-run win over the Melbourne Stars, while the Brisbane Heat beat the Melbourne Renegades by 26 runs. Western United beat Perth Glory 5-4 in the A-League with 8 goals scored in the second half, while Melbourne Victory fell to Adelaide United 1-0. And in the NBL, the Sydney Kings came away with a 99-91 victory over Cairns. In entertainment news now, American broadcasting legend Larry King has died aged 87. He was best known as the host of Larry King Live, an interview show that ran for 25 years. He interviewed some of the world's most famous people, from Nelson Mandela to Madonna and Frank Sinatra.
I learned that the more I drew back, asked good questions, listened to the answers, cared about the guest, the biggest compliment you could get, as Sinatra once said, you make the camera disappear.
Wonder Woman 1984 hasn't exactly set the box office on fire. It's raked in over $35 million US in its first month. That doesn't sound bad, but the original took in over $38 million on its first day. And Dakota Johnson has admitted to lying to her fans. In a video last year, the 31-year-old actor gave a tour of her house, including her kitchen, where she showed off a bowl of limes.
I love limes. I love them. They're great. I love them so much, and I like to present them like this in my house.
It was all tongue-in-cheek, though. She's since admitted to being allergic to limes. There you go. We'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.